Hello there, welcome guys to Blue Lotus Coding. Um, I got something really amazing for you guys today. I finally figured it out. The number one thing that I've always wanted for so fucking long is to be able to create a custom class in our Athena. Now, this process is a little bit more lengthy than my Hercules video. That's because it's a lot more that they have to doing this process with like how the code base works and things like that. So um it is done. Like my necromancer class is done as well as this class too. Boom. Shadowmancer and necromancer has been converted to our Athena. There will be some tips and tricks I'll talk to you guys about as I go along, um, about this process, because you can actually uh, you can actually and how I and this definitely works because I'm able to do like mage skills too. So boom. All right. So with that being said, we're gonna go ahead. I'm gonna ahead and show you guys the process. So I'm actually gonna leave this. All right. So the first file that you guys need to go through is you need to go through the database and you need to go to script underscore constants header, and there are going to be two mentions in the file. Okay. Oh, not entire solution. Current document. You're going to go to export constant, where this is job Sky Emperor. You find this inside of the Visual Studio SLN for, you just double click the SLN for Athena here. You double click this file here, and it will bring up this solution. And you go in, and here in the solution exposure, you just type in script constants. And yeah, and it doesn't really matter which one you choose because this whole file affects the entire project. You want to go in and you want to make your entry here, under uh, job Sky Emperor 2. Make it the exact class that you want, and make sure you comment. Make sure you comment, okay? Because if you don't comment, and you're making all of these classes and potentially all of these skills, when I get to my next video on that, you're going to find that you might make a mistake and do something like this, like, oh, that, and you think you got it right, and now you're spending like 15 to 30 minutes trying to figure out why your solution breaks. You just gotta make sure everything's tidy when you're coding. Like, make sure it's all tidy and make sure it's readable. Make sure you yourself understand where your stuff is. And as you do this process, it's going to become like second nature to you. All right, so we're done with scripts constants. Now we're going to go to PC header and PC source file. Anyway, so the only mention that you need to worry about here is at the top. So it's like the first little bit of, well, I won't say quite the first, but um, find PCDB underscore check ID underscore sub, this thing here. You find this until you see this particular set, this class here. And when you make your first mention, don't worry about this, worry about this. Because what you're going to see is the class underscore equal sign job Sky Emperor 2. And when you see this, um, you want to make sure that you put the or operator here, and you want to put class equal job shadow man. I mean not shadow man, but whatever your job name is, and you want to make sure you end it. Don't end it with this. End it with this. That is what your class is gonna like. Let me delete all this. That this is what your class should look like. Okay, your first class. When you're trying to add a second class, however, that is when you have these here, this here, the or operator, the backslash, put your class here, backslash. And that also ends this line, by the way. It ends the line and you start a new one. But you don't end it with this. I mean, don't put here. Don't put that there. Don't fucking put that there. You just put a single black slash and everything is good. Okay? So I'm just gonna reset this back to where it's supposed to be. Uh-oh, no. Okay. Okay. So there's that. Like I said, when you make your first class, make sure that you do the or operator here, class equals job necromancer, and just don't add the or operator at the end. You only add the or operator at the end when you're adding another class to this particular when you're adding another job to this class that they're all are inside of, or at least these, at least these. So yes, this is correct. Then we're going to go to pc.cpp and we're going to find the first mention of the first job of Baby Ninja. Um, and where you see this, you just kind of scroll down, you make yourself an entry, do your comment where your job is, you type in what job you are going to do so. So I'm going to start at the top for this. The first mention that I have is here. You want to do map ID, whatever the name of your job is, and then you want to do return job. Boom. And now you're going to go to the next spot right here, which the case, can I see? Okay. This is the function return of name job. So you got this class here, and it has all the jobs in the game here. And as you can see, I have the fourth jobs as well, which is like so exciting for me because I want fourth job mechanics, and I plan to completely revamp the game with like fourth job mechanics, but like not as over the top as Gravity has been doing it. Now you have your job Shadowmancer here, and then I have Necromancer because this is what we're doing today. We're talking about Necromancer today. Um, boom, job Necromancer, return map ID necromancer. Okay, and when you do this, it's gonna look weird because the code doesn't know what any of this is at first, but don't worry about that. Once you put everything in, the code will know what you're talking about now. Like when you put in your map ID Shadowmancer or map ID Necromancer or whatever your class is going to be, it all the other files are reading all of this code in real time. So don't think that you're doing anything wrong, even though you see red under your text. It's just that it doesn't know what it is yet because you're putting it in for the first time. So it's going to look weird. You're going to go to Enter C. Okay. You're going to find this case here, and then under that, or this case here, whatever you see, you want to put your comment, custom job necromancer, job shadowmancer. And once you do that, I just I like to always check to make sure I didn't see anything else. Um, you want to go to mmo.h. Now this is where you're going to make sure the ID of your job is in the database so it knows what it is. So you're going to make sure that's there too. I made a entry for 4300 and 4301. The reason why I did that is because the these are job IDs that hasn't been used. But if I was you, I would use between 800 to 1000, which means you have over 200 jobs worth of data you can use. Okay, so until then, you should be fine. From between 800 to 1000. Excuse me, to 1000. All right, guys. So once you put this in, you hit all your areas. You put your jobs there. You see, I put everything here. No problem. You already. Oh yeah. Also, you want to make sure you make an export constant too. All right. So we got an export constant, and then we got an export constant too. Why does it not show me? Why does it not show that? Okay, hold on. Let me see. Custom job. See, export constant two. You want to go down to the most the bottom of the export constants, and any code that you edit here, just go to the bottom of that code line and just put in the information you need. So that's a little tip there if you guys pay attention to what I'm doing. All right, so now you're done with everything here. Now we're off into the next set of items. All right, so here, this is in a database. In case you don't know where this is, I'm going to show you. Go to the DB folder. You're going to go to RE, and then you're going to go down and you're going to hit up all these four folders, and then you have skill tree. All right, so the entries that you make, you copy the class tree that you want, or you can make a brand new tree. You do not have to have job necromancer here. You don't have to have that here. I mean, excuse me. You don't have to copy the the mage skill tree for the class. The only reason why I did that is just kind of for an example, for example purposes. One day I will do a series on creating an entire class from scratch, like the entire process from editing, getting the skills in, to getting the mechanics in, to everything you can think of, and making your first fully fleshed out character. Even the process of making not making, but applying their custom sprite, all of that, dude. I'm gonna get y'all taken care of on that part. All right. So now you got the job exp. You want to put that in the body, just put it anywhere. I like to put it under mage because they're a mage based class. They're actually a deviation of mage. See, regular mages are more like neutral, like they have the ability to do whatever, right? But shadowmancer and necromancer are going into specializations of the mage discipline, but they're not exactly like mage based. Like they're not going to sprout from being mages because outright they are learning how to utilize shadowmancy and necromancy, right? So there's that. And you don't have to worry about changing any of this stuff down here. This is just a part of like the job stats thing. Job based points. This here, you're gonna see I put it under mage because I want Shadow Master and Necromancer to have the same base points. So whenever you level up your HP, you see how your HP from level 1 to level 99 is going to be. That's how it's going to be for the Shadow Master and Necromancer class that I'm making. All right, so now the next thing is job stats. Now your base stats, this is your HP factors, your SP increases, and all of this is going to be based off of mage. This is basically what your class base stats is going to be. This is your job base points, but this is your job. Excuse me, I know I switch between class and job, but it's like the same thing. So bear with me. Your job has its own base stat on top of the base stat for just having mage job in general. So that's another thing maybe you guys haven't thought about was that there are bonus stats that you get for just having the class itself on top of just being that thing, mage based or or you know you could be novice based. You know what I mean? But anyway, then you want to go into the job no enter map text file, put job necromancer at the bottom because this actually affects like how people pop up in PvP too, um, or something of the sort. It just has something to do with the map. All classes being able to enter maps. All right, so you're done with all of these guys. Just kind of gonna go through a little bit so you can kind of get a quick look see here at what I've done. Where's wait. All right, boom. Here, yeah, after swordman is mage, right? So yeah, boom, mage, boom. Put them, I dropped them there. You don't have to do the exact same thing I did. You can make some deviations, but just make sure it's in the same format, the same, like take the same principles and then just do something a little different. That's really how you guys are going to learn. Like doing carbon copies of what I do is definitely okay, but you're gonna learn better when you applying your own name for your own class, your own values, and all of that. That's where the fun comes when you start doing your own shit. So don't forget that. All right, so we're done here with these 5 files. Now for this, you're done with the database entirely, and never forget. I'm sorry, one thing I did not say: build your solution after you're done with no, it's about time for me to say that. So after you're done with both your YML files and your headers and source files, click, right click, click rebuild solution. Okay. Once you do that, you are good to go, and you should get 15 succeeded, no fails. Because once this succeeds and there's no fails, you're basically good to go. That like every time I've done this, I have not had any issues after that. So that definitely it would indicate that you are clear. Now, um, I already started the server. I'm gonna do that, and that. But before, let me see. All right. So after you're done editing source, all right, now we're going to the client. We did the server side stuff. Now it's time to go to the client. Now, for those of you that had looked at my Hercules video on how to create custom classes, literally the exact same files that you have made for your custom classes before carries over here. The only difference is that you have to edit source. But if you edit, you can copy the same client side files from Hercules, from your Hercules project to your Rathena project. Okay, so don't forget that. Both essentially, let me make it simple. Both servers can share the same client, but the client has to have an edit. No. I'm sorry. That was right. That was right. Both server, I mean, the client can share this two different servers and have the exact same files that never changes. The only difference is that you have to change the server side files so that your class actually works. So I went and took the liberty of going to the files that you need to go to. I'm going to navigate to them, but I'm not going to open them. So you want to go to data, LUA files 514, LUA files, job info, skill effect info. Now this is strictly for just creating custom jobs, okay? I haven't done that custom skill thing yet. Although there will be a video on custom skills too for our Athena. So let's go. Boom. You want to do hands, IDs, names, pals, and paths. Open all of that in Notepad. I already have it open, as you can see. And then you want to go to your skill infos folder and you want to go to job inherent list and then job skill tree view. That's it. These are the only two files you worry about for making the skills appear on your class when you actually do the job change, okay? And once you do that, you're generally okay. I'm gonna start with the PC paths, hands, IDs, and names first. So you wanna, boom, um, when you're looking for is PC pal inherent TBL, right? And you wanna scroll down. You see all these mentions here. You want to do under baby dorm class, you want to put your custom job. And these stem from magician. Okay. This also affects like what your class will look like because it's taking the job sprite of that class and it's making it that. So same thing here. Those protocols are also being called from the magician class. So boom, PCID, Shadow Master, Necromancer, boom. You're gonna go down, do the same thing here. You're gonna do the same thing here. Custom classes. You wanna try to make sure y'all always know PCIDs, and you're gonna see it down here. Boom, dorm, second class, spirit handler. Put your entry here. Remember, find this. Use Control F. Type in the name. Find it. Put this here and move on to the next file. All right, so I did PCIDs. Now we're going PC names. Control F, find this file. Find this entry, and then you make your entry at the bottom and then make your name because this is how it's going to show up on the client when you type it in the parentheses. Okay, now you're done with that. You want to go to the LUA files, skill infos, job inherent list, and you're going to put your job ID. And inherent list, you want to go down and you want to say, boom, Shadowmancer is inheriting, is coming from the novice job though. So you have to be a novice first, and then you could become a Shadowmancer or Necromancer. Okay. Then you got the skill tree. The skill tree is what you're gonna see when you actually start the game. Once you change jobs. Okay. So that's why when I open the game, let me show you. So when I open the game, when I open the game, you see Dark Grasp here. That was my custom skill I made on Hercules, but like I said, all of the settings that you made on your character carries over on the client side, but you need to change the stuff on the server side, which I'll make a video about. So this works as I have said before. Job 4300. Boom. Shadowmancer. And if you see, let me see, Shadowbolt is there. Shadowbolt shows up, but it's not. And you can see the info too. Deals skill level bolts of shadow magic damage, does in 500% per hit. So there you go. And we can go back. "4301" is the name of our necromancer skill, and it is done, guys. You have a wonderful evening. Be sure to like and subscribe. Let me know if there are any other things regarding character design and things of that nature, so that I can either find the information or also deliver that information to you guys. All right. Enjoy the holidays, everybody.